words of my brother Wambare, who we like to call Western Prince. He said it's not about 2026, it's about now. Every year that Museveni spends on top of our country, we sink 5 years down. Every month that he spends ruling over us, we go back 5 times behind. So, we are already running behind schedule. We must remove Museveni, and we must remove. The best time to remove him is yesterday. The second best time is today. So let's not think about 2026 or any time, but let's think about now. Whatever we do, let's make sure we reduce his influence. Let's make sure we weaken the dictator. And sooner or later, we will be able to live in a free Uganda, free of Museveni. We've seen torture victims here. We don't like to parade people in such a condition. Many of them cannot come here. We know that it demoralizes people. But again, we have to do it because Museveni has largely succeeded in ruling over us by hiding his atrocities. Our biggest weapon has been the camera. We don't have guns, at least not yet. We are not violent. Our biggest resource is the truth. So by exposing the truth unfiltered, unedited, we are damaging the regime, and we should continue doing that. That is why we continue to expose all the torture that Museveni is doing. I told you before, and I continue to remind you, that we petitioned the International Criminal Court. I want to encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, to believe in justice, especially international justice. Museveni could have compromised the courts of justice here in Uganda, but he cannot compromise the courts of law internationally. Like all other dictators, like, the one of Liberia, like his close friend Omar al-Bashir, one day Museveni is going to be a fugitive. And that day is not going to be very far from now. He will have to pay for the pain that he has caused on the people of Uganda. So for all of you fellow sufferers, let us continue pushing hard. Let us not give in to the negativity. Let us not give up. One day justice is going to be served. Museveni is not any different from you. The only difference from us is that he's too old. He's not supernatural. One day he's going to be in the dock, and he's going to answer for all this. He's going to answer for the genocide in northern Uganda. He's going to answer for the murders in eastern Uganda. And indeed, he's going to account for your cattle. So, every mutilated citizen of Uganda, every tortured person will have their field day when Museveni is in the dock. Of course, not just Museveni, but Museveni, his son, and all his accomplices. A day of justice will come, ladies and gentlemen. But let me come back to you, friends, especially those that have joined us today. We welcome you. Although the National Unity Platform is a political party, we are not doing politics as usual. We did not start out as a political party. We are people power. The National Unity Platform is only a political wing of the People Power movement. The People Power movement has one major objective, is to put an end to the Museveni dictatorship and return power to the people of Uganda. So now that you're joining us, I want to tell you ab initio that we are not doing politics as usual. For us, we are intending to remove a dictator. And everybody whose intention is weakening and ultimately destroying the Museveni dictatorship is our friend, no matter what party they belong to. And everybody whose intention is to help Museveni hang on longer on power, even if they're in the opposition. As a matter of fact, even if they belong to the National Unity Platform, those are enemies of the people of Uganda. You have seen so many people who purport to be on the side of the oppressed who purport to be in the opposition, and some of them purporting to be members of the National Unity Platform, whose words and actions are helping the dictator to hang on more on power. Those are enemies of the people of Uganda. And like I said, anybody who works and speaks for the destruction and end of the Museveni regime, that is a friend of Uganda. That I wanted you to know. While we welcome you to work together, belonging to the NUP in image is only an opportunity for us to work together. But for us, we judge people not by their words, but by their actions. We want to tell you that the people of Uganda are massively awakened and they see through the lies. It has been Museveni's game every time we close in to elections, or every time he wants to divert the nation from something major, he plays some hanky-panky games. He will bring a group of people, no matter where he gets them from, because he has raided our offices, taken our paraphernalia, our t-shirts, our berets, and he has the money, the taxpayers' money, to print even more, dresses them as NUP, and parades them as defectors from the National Unity Platform. Even when there are real and genuine people defecting from the dictatorship, we want to tell you that defecting from the NRM is not enough. It is working for the people of Uganda and working in the interest of the people of Uganda that matters. We have seen many comrades that know that Museveni now is on the verge of collapse and is only using terrorism, he's using violence and bribery to hang on to power. We know that just tomorrow you might see some people presenting themselves back to the dictatorship because he has given them money. I want to remind you that for us it's not about money. This is not a contract or a covenant between us, the leadership of the National Unity Platform, and you. It's a covenant between you and the people of Uganda. You do not account to us, you're not accountable to us, but to the people of Uganda, to the people of northern Uganda, to the people of western Uganda, to the people of Rwenzururu, the people of Rwenzori, and all these other places where you come from. So it is those people that you serve, not the leadership of the National Unity Platform. And I hope tomorrow Museveni does not send you millions and then all of a sudden he becomes good. All of a sudden he becomes a saint. The road that you've taken, first of all, is the road of truth. You have taken the right step. Please do not backslide. I thought it's important to remind you of that, ladies and gentlemen. Do not let a person that has humiliated your people again convince you with peanuts. When we remove Museveni, all this money belongs to the people of Uganda. It's supposed to rehabilitate your schools, your hospitals. It's supposed to build your roads, not to bribe you. We've seen many people being bribed to close their eyes to the realities of their people, including leaders. All these leaders can no longer pretend not to see that Museveni is the problem of their regions. Museveni is the #1 tribalist. You know that. For those who still doubt, go look through the ministries. Go look through police. Go look through the military. Go look through all the offices that matter. But again, he will try to play reverse psychology and put it on you. When the black people were oppressed back then, they were not allowed to talk about racism. You talk about racism, they say you are being racist. The same thing Museveni is using in Uganda today. He and those hangers-on around him practice open tribalism. But when we complain about tribalism, then he tags us to be tribalists. Do not fall prey to that. We want to welcome you, comrades. Let us work together. For us, we've never stopped. And we've got a new energy. Let's use it for the better of all of us. We are all Ugandans. And this is a fight between good and evil. And we are glad that you have taken the side of good. I will tell you that our side has its risks. For those who refuse to be compromised, they are arrested, they are framed, they are beaten, they are imprisoned, some are killed. We have some comrades that just survived abduction just yesterday, while others were abducted, as you've been seeing on social media. But we continue pushing on because we know all this will happen, but at the end of the day, Museveni will fall. And when Museveni falls, we shall proceed to build a new Uganda, a Uganda that all of us are going to be proud to belong to. So with those few remarks, comrades, I want to remind you, I want to welcome you and remind you that we are a national party. We are a unifying party. We are, aware of the challenges that other forces of change are facing, and we are working with them. They are our comrades. They are our friends, especially those that stand against the dictator. And those that stand with the dictator are enemies, not only for us, but for the people of Uganda. I thank you for God and my country. For those who don't understand English, I apologize because I'm not going to translate it in Uganda. I want to ask Comrade Adonyo and Comrade Mungu to translate for you in Uganda. I salute you. People power, our power.
The president has roared, and you've heard it clearly. Those who have been asking about guns, not yet. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I recognize the arrival of our own, the beautiful Honorable Carole Flavia Kasanda. Thank you very much for being present and looking extremely healthy. The people of Busoga have also said that they should not go to all other regions. People power. Oyo ni meya w'ekibuga eky'Iganga, Iganga omukubira wa isimu yakubise wakadabada. Mwebale ino mwebalira. Bana chairman Nyanzi ido tukubira ombala tuve wano. Kunga Uganda. Chairman Nyanzi kunga. Tutwale mu nnyimba z'okubozi ine na kuzina.
People power. People power. Kunga Uganda kunga. Kunga Busoga kunga. I'm not hearing you. Kunga Teso kunga. Kunga pamoja kunga. Kunga Uganda yote kunga. People power. That's the one Uganda. Mwebale nyo kunga Uganda kunga. Kunga people power kunga. Kunga Busoga kunga. Kunga Chagulanyi kunga. Olutalo nga luwedde tuliyambale ngule. Olutalo nga luwedde tuliyambale ngule. Tulivimba mu Uganda empya tuliyambala. Engule zimasamasa. Olutalo nga luwedde tuliyambale engule. Tulivimba mu Uganda empya. People power, our power. Asante sana. Thank you very much. We call it the day, brothers and sisters.
Okay, amanya n'eddoboozi Isma Nyanzi, General Bobi. Manya n'eddoboozi Isima Nyanzi General Bobi omuweereza olunaku olwaleero mwebale kubeerako. Thank you so much. Tukyabaweereza tufunye abagenyi abeegatta ku nnuupu olunaku olwaleero okuva mu NRM ne bajja ne beegatta NUP era abazze ne kaadi zaabwe ebya NRM n'ebitishaati byabwe n'ebisaati byabwe ebya NRM. Pulezidenti n'abaaniriza okwegatta ku NUP.
Ekigambo kunga kitegeeza bwe kuba nti twekkiririzaamu oba okiwulira. Kunga kitegeeza nti tetulina kuzikiza. That's why tugamba kunga Busoga, kunga Mbalala, kunga Luddawa. Nja kutegeeza bannayuganda buli muntu w'oli oli mukunzi, buli muntu w'oli oli mukunzi. So twagala okubategeeza bannyabo, tugenda kugenda Mbalala, tugenda tambula Uganda nawo tukunga abantu. Gwe buli w'oli beerawo ng'okimanyi nti oli mukunzi, beerawo ng'okimanyi ozizaamu abantu amaanyi. Tuli ku hashtag kunga Uganda, kunga Museveni must go. Baye temuggwaamu maanyi, tukyali ku munawa kujja kwonna kyemalira. So buli muntu w'oli oli mukunzi. Kunga Uganda, kunga NUP, kunga. Yes,
Urabona balina okuvaayo kusaba balina okukimanya bagamba twagwamaamaanyi tutandika butandisi nabo balani okitegeera ngo tekinyonyola munnayuganda kitegeere bulungi bagwanga gundi kunga Uganda
buuza ku bantu oli live.
Thank you very much. President wange nali simulabangako leero mulabyeko sanyuse nnyo era amasanyu gagoze nga manya gali ku mutima gwange. Ekigezo wano oba yasagenda amanya gange babita kyalisima amanya gange babita kyalisima Dixon Davis from Kyegegwa naye Kyegegwa ne Kampala. I am a freedom fighter fighting against the dictator. I want to remove Ekigezo wano leero I have come to report myself that I am a freedom fighter and I want to join the national movement. I love very many people because I have been working alone as one man advocate. I have come here to express the people that I have experience in this struggle which I want the national movement to examine me and see if I can continue lighting beyond the levels where I have been arrested several times in the struggle. Inside and out since 21
Oluganda lutegeera bulungi
Oluganda lutegeera
oyogeramu mu Luganda
kugezaako okuwa sigimu abantu tembeera sinungi kulwesa wakala reedi etegeeza nti danger. I am not feeling well in my country. Therefore, ensonga lwaki nyambala reedi mbanji mugeza kakasa ensi siri bulungi oba eggwanga lyange teriri bulungi. Ensonga lwaki njambala gwange gavumenti yakakasa nti tebaagala reedi eno tebagyagala mubaagala ye then nebukola nnyo okukakasa nti nina kujamba era banyambudde nnyo these barrets bagazi yako barret 25 eno ya 26 singa bagitutte naye ng'ekigenderewa lwaki bazinzijjako bamanyi nti I am giving a signal ndimugeza kubuusa balala buli andaba ng'anyambadde reedi oba nga sogedde nawo believe me oba olina kukikakasa ekisiri bulungi ate yo gavumenti eyagala nkakasa abantu kiri bulungi oba mujaasi nawe oli kyekyo kati bwe buzibu bwendina nti gavumenti teyagala nkakaseese yensonga lwaki bansidde emirundi mingi inside and out bila police bondis zino zonna police bondi
eyo yawa
eno ya gaba police station omwaka 2018
anti olaga
eno olina laga eno nayo ya gaba police station again bila alimu gumu
zonna zaki osobola okulagayo omuntu kituufu inciting violence
eno nayo ya kabaragala police station omwaka 2021
kitegeeza ki inciting violence?
Inciting violence bategeeza nti ngezaako kukumamu abantu ngezaako kukumamu abantu buli for example ne bweba tale sawa zino era n'essaawa zino basobola okukwatira ono gulawundi zitegeeza kukasa abantu ekyo gavumenti nakikoofira tekyagala.
Okay, mwebale kubeerako mwenna. Thank you so much. Muweereza wammwe nze Isma Nyanzi. Olunaku olwaleero bwebityo we lugenze. Thank you so much. Isma Nyanzi ge mannya General Bobi, big up man. Mubeere bulungi, mweraba.